Welcome to
Yes.
Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name's Mike Anastasia. With me today we have Nick.
Hi.
And Brandon.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about games and things.
Games and things.
What do we got today? Pokemon, High on Life.
Yeah.
Vampire Survivors.
Mm-hmm. V
Sunflower
Rising.
Royale,
Yeah.
Yeah. All the things.
Yeah.
Amazon's doing everything.
I didn't even look up news. That's fine. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. That's it. You guys ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, Nick, I'll let you go first. So we kind of skipped over you last week. And you want to talk about it anyways.
That's fine. We can do that. I'm mostly going to talk about High on Life today.
Mhm.
Ooh, excuse me. So shortly after we stopped recording last week, I downloaded it on my Xbox after hearing Brandon talk about it. And so far, I really like the game. At least mechanically and gameplay wise.
Mhm.
I think it's fairly interesting. The story so far. The writing is what I pretty much expected, considering who it's coming from. I wish Justin Roiland could do more than one voice, but here we are.
Yeah, it happens.
But all in all, I've spent quite a bit of time with it. I've had a couple of glitches so far.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly glitches that don't let me progress in the game. And I got to restart from a checkpoint.
Listen, they are all intentional, as the game tells you.
Probably, honestly.
You saw that when you were booting it up, right?
Yes, I did see
All
that. Yeah.
glitches are intentional and for parody reasons.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna let you guys know something. The first time one of those glitches happened to me, I definitely wasn't in the correct mental state. So I was like, am I just not finding anything, or like, what's going on here? So I just shut it off and came back to do it the next day. But yeah, really having fun with it so far. What was I just gonna say? I was gonna say something. Damn, I had it and then I lost it. I can't find it again. It'll come back to me.
Okay.
I really, really do enjoy the music a lot in this game, though. The music's very good. Do you like the music in it, Brandon?
I do like it quite a bit.
I quickly realized that the entire game is actually scored by a musician that I really like, by the name of Tobacco. And I found some music that I wanted to share with you. I was going to give it to you to listen to, because if you like the music, I figured you'd probably like more stuff.
Yeah, I would like to hear some more. Then, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, like, the game itself, like, the story and everything, like, it's pretty much, like I said, what I expected from the writer of Rick and Morty. Like, it's that same kind of just, like, fourth wall breaking humor. And just kind of, like, the gun that you have talks just like Morty. Like, it's the same, like, the same delivery as Morty, same voice as Morty. It does, like, some funny shit where, like, if you do something that doesn't make any sense, like, in the beginning of the game where it's trying to teach you how to shoot a gun, and he's like, if you don't immediately press the button that you would assume the button to be the shoot the gun is, and, like, you're frantically pressing buttons on the controller, if you press the start button and pause the game and then unpause it, the gun starts yelling at you. Like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Why would this be the start button? Have you ever played a video game before? Also, like, there's an entire, like, movie in the game. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Tammy
the T-Rex? Tammy and the
T-Rex?
T-Rex? I've seen it before, but
okay.
I did see that it was there. I was like, damn.
But you know, it's definitely, like, nothing like I've ever really played. I kind of, like, the vibes I get from it are, like, Doom meets, I guess, like, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of, like, goofy shit that wouldn't be Rick and Morty, but it very much so feels like the creator of Rick and Morty just
what I get?
Doom game.
You know what I get?
What's that?
I'm gonna say this, and you're either gonna be like, yeah, or you're gonna be like, no, and just absolutely disagree with me. But I think it's right. This is Metroid Prime on a budget.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I would say yes in gameplay wise, because it definitely, like, feels kind of like that. But at the same time, like, there's a little bit more. There's too much dialogue for it to be a Metroid game. But
True.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're definitely
it's like
not
we have
wrong.
Metroid Prime at home. Metroid Prime at home.
Oh yeah. I just Yeah, no, I can't argue that. I really can't argue that. Um, Jesus, that like threw me for a loop now.
Right now, you're just thinking about it, and you're like, son of a bitch.
It does play like some other games though that
Mhm.
like at least like humor wise and whatnot that I've played from. I guess at this point they're called Squanch games. They were Squanch
Mhm.
Tendo, but I assume they got sued. That would be my only assumption because I played Accounting Plus, and
Accounting
that
Plus
has
is
like
great.
that's good, but again, it has like the same kind of humor, same kind of like
Mhm.
how if you interact with the world in a certain way that the game thinks you're stupid for, will call you out on it, or like one of my favorite things in this is like if you're talking to somebody and you're mid conversation and you walk away, they're just like, oh, all right,
Okay, I guess
cool.
that's it.
Anyway, yeah,
Bye.
I guess I'll go fuck myself, like that
Does that
kind of a
mean?
thing.
Oh, have you never played Trover Saves the Universe?
No.
You should play Trover Saves the Universe. The game's really good.
Okay.
Like, again, same kind of humor as this game, but it's like a Legend of Zelda kind of game. Like,
Okay.
straight up, like, think like Ocarina of Time, think like 2D platformers mixed with something like that, and then it can be played in VR,
Okay.
or you can play it not in VR. I think it works better if you play it in VR because there's lots of little jokes in it if you're playing in VR that like really land.
Okay.
Like there's a hidden area, I won't tell you where it's at, but if you like go outside your VR like play area, you can get inside of that area and there's just a guy back there like what what did you how did you get in here? He just like starts like grilling you like why are you here? What did you have to go through to actually find me? And like there's other stuff that's hidden around like there's still I think an ARG that's going on in that game that may or may not exist and is kind of either an inside joke about how dumb ARGs can be or it's actually a really well hidden secret and that no one's been able to find yet. And no one's been able to decide which one it is because they won't tell. So
Wonderful.
Seems complicated.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, no, like I said, so far I'm enjoying my time with it. So it's fun, it's stupid.
Mhm.
I'm not taking it seriously, basically, and I think that's why I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of it because like I'm not expecting like this huge AAA like blow your ass off title.
So
It does look
question.
really good though.
Yeah. Oh, the graphic. I was surprised how good it looks. Actually, before we started recording, I did look it up that this is Unreal Engine 4 and not 5
Mhm.
because it looks quite good. So,
Okay.
Mike, you said you had a question.
Oh yes. So let's say that this game came out and then hypothetically Bethesda released a brand new game at the same time. Do you think you would still be playing this game or would you play Bethesda's new game?
Unless it's a Fallout game that's good, then no. I don't know.
My answer would be in between the multiple save corruptions and game breaking bugs, I would probably still play this game.
I mean, it looks like it's a cute game. Like, I really like, especially when you're playing a Game Pass. Like, I think that is one ingenious thing about this. Like, it does take a lot of the risk away. Like, you can try.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Well, that's the good thing is that what High on Life. I don't know how much it is for a retail copy. You can't buy it physical; it's only digital.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say the game's $60 or $70. I mean, most games nowadays are $70, and this is not a next gen only game.
Currently, the number 2 thing on Steam, and it's $60.
All right, so $60 for a singular game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's 6 months of Game Pass, I think.
6 months of that's 6 months. Actually, yeah. So 6 months of Game Pass Ultimate.
$25 for Game Pass 3 months. Hold on, let me check. I know it was on sale recently, around the time.
So I'm on Target's website right now. So 6 months of Game Pass Ultimate is actually on sale for $50 right now, which is
there
great.
you go. That's even cheaper than.
So you figure I can buy one video game for $60, and I may like it, or I can buy Game Pass and damn, I don't really like High on Life, but Halo's on here, Forza's on here.
Atomic Heart comes out in a month.
Every Bethesda game's on here. You know what I mean? Like
tons of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you have options.
Yeah, it's pretty ingenious, honestly.
Yeah,
because like it's a way to get people into the Game Pass door, an ecosystem, especially since they do at least release something worth playing, I'd say every month.
Well, I think for years people have been always clamoring for the quote unquote Netflix of games.
It's right there. It's already there.
Yeah, Microsoft has finally did it. But I guess the question is whether or not things will fall apart like the actual Netflix. Like in a
That's
couple
very
years.
true. That's very true.
You can't really cancel game. I guess you can, but you can't like cancel a game after like one season. So.
Well, no, I mean it's more like
but
this is more like Ubisoft taking back their rights for games, Sega taking back their rights for games, and
that's
left to just Microsoft.
That's what I was gonna say. We've already seen it with PlayStation's premium games and other stuff, where they've just been like, "All right, we released a game for like 3 weeks, and now it's gone, and that's it."
Yeah,
that was all you got to play, and it was like you didn't even have enough time to finish the game in the amount of time it was on the service. And if that started happening with Game Pass, that would be bad. But I would say that
this game is definitely at least worth purchasing 3 months of Game Pass for, because you could definitely finish it in 3 months' time. I think it's like an 8-hour game.
Yeah, it's like 8 or 9 hours. It's pretty short.
But like I said, it's quite fun. It's silly. It's goofy.
Mm-hmm.
It's refreshing in a way that it's just not like a normal like shooter in the sense of like your normal like tough guy macho shoot. I guess I don't know how to correctly kind of describe what I'm trying to say here. So I don't know, I really like it. I think
it doesn't take itself seriously, and that's what makes it good.
Yes,
because like if it was taking itself seriously, this would be bad. This would suck. But like the fact that it just knows what it is and it just revels in it, makes it
like
way better.
And it's completely fine because of that. Like, you're the main objective of the game is to stop a cartel from smoking human beings like drugs. So like, it's dumb.
That is actually the plot line.
But but it's fun, and it's fun dumb. And again, like if I didn't have Game Pass, would I have downloaded this game? Probably not. I don't think I would have given it a shot.
I don't think I would have either. Probably would have waited for it to go on sale or end up in a humble monthly, and then that's when I would have played it.
Yeah. But it being there definitely helped me play it, and I would definitely recommend giving it some of your time. I mean, it's not much else going on this time of year, I guess, in terms of video games, so why not give it a little bit of a...
And I mean, if you pick up Game Pass next month, you get Persona 3 and 4.
You do.
And you already have Persona 5 there waiting for you.
I did buy Persona 4 Golden on my Steam Deck, so...
Nice. I bought that when it was announced.
I bought it on sale. But, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But did you have other things you said you wanted to talk about High on Life about, Brandon?
Yeah, so I got 2 issues with this game. It's legitimate issues, but I guess it's more of the morality kind of thing. I don't know if you've seen this. But they used AI art in this game.
They did?
They did. They used AI art.
Look that up.
They did. It's been found. All the posters in your room are made with AI art.
You know what's funny?
Huh.
I was looking at it last night, right? I was looking at the art in the room, and like the one piece of art, you probably know who this person is, but the one poster in your bedroom, 100% looks like a G.G. Allen poster.
Yes, I was thinking exactly the same thing. I was like, but it just doesn't look right.
It doesn't say,
And as such, when I found out it was AI art, I was like,
which makes sense. And then, like, what was even funnier is one of the one of the posters in your bedroom is just a man, a hot dog man, right? And it says "hot dog time machine" on it, and like normally that's nothing.
Yes.
But to me in particular, it stuck out because my friend's trivia Quizzo team is called Hot Dog Time Machine, and I was like, "What are the odds? What are the odds of that?"
So I thought about it because of Hot Tub Time Machine, and then also because of Sausage Party.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe they typed something like that in once I found out it was AI, and that's how we got Hot Dog Time Machine. And then there's one other thing they did with AI in this game, and Justin Roiland actually like praised it. It was like, this is like the future of gaming, and I was like, I don't like that at all. I don't like the idea of eliminating humans for your artistic purposes, as well as voice acting. There are several voice actors that are actually AI in this game.
Interesting.
They're smaller parts, obviously, and I don't know who they are. I just know that it has been talked about, and Justin Roiland came out and went, yeah, we actually just left some AI voice acting in the game. And then I was like, what the fuck? So like they're using AI for voice acting and AI for artwork in this game. And before I knew that, I was like, yeah, this game, awesome, 100%. I would recommend playing it. I still recommend playing it, but I think it's a little morally questionable when you start replacing people with computers for an artistic thing. And now, granted, this is the pee poo poo first-person shooter, like you said.
Yeah.
But games are still a form of artistic expression, even 100%. If it is just like, toilet humor. And replacing people with robots that made the game really kind of sours my view of a game in general.
That's interesting too, because like I wonder what they put into it. Because when I look at the posters that are AI art, right? Like the one poster is just, oh shit, Alien 69, and I'm like,
and Big Wave, that one's really good.
I'm like, some of these, I'm like, there's no like, this is stuff that he would write.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Mind Nerd, like okay, I don't. It's weird. So I don't know if they were just like Justin Roiland movie poster, and then like that's how it came up. Because like, did you see the magazine on your desk in your bedroom?
Maybe I did, and I don't know.
So there's a magazine
in your real
that's
bedroom, Brandon. Turn around.
No, in your real one. Yeah, turn around.
I'm in my living room.
On your desk in your bedroom is a magazine that's called Jugs, but it's a magazine that's just about like plastic jugs.
Oh yeah, okay, I did see that. Yeah,
and I'm like, that could be somebody's real art for this game, but also now that you mentioned that, you're like,
it could have been AI art.
Yeah, like what else was used for AI art? I don't even know. Yeah. So yeah, that definitely that's why I would definitely say then use Game Pass, because I don't think they get money for it. Don't buy it. Using AI art shit like that.
All right, good. We're on the same page.
Yeah, no,
man.
Fuck that.
Good.
I had a friend, or not a friend.
I
there was
think
somebody.
The only way you could be like, all right, use AI art is if like it's like you're like fucking memeing. Like if you're memeing and you want to just
AI art is cool for like when you're like Garfield Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had a friend that typed in something like, I think it was Breaking Bad Joe Biden.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's like, funny.
Or like something. I don't remember what it was, but it was the funniest shit ever. And like we were laughing for a good like 10 minutes at the shit the AI would come up with and everything. And like when you do something like that, it's like, all right, that's good. I'm okay with that. But when it's like something like actually putting it into a commercial product, nah, man, that ain't it.
I think the shame of it is too is like he and the team could have 100% like if they needed like posters like now, go on Fiverr, find some dude who like
absolutely,
or some person who like will just whip up just the shittiest of shit post for you, and like just pay for somebody.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I gotta go.
My guess is it's probably more that they just did not want to pay someone.
Yeah,
even if you have someone that's like, I'll give it to you for exposure or whatever, like you can't really get away with that.
That's the problem, though. That's really scummy. Like I don't
very scummy.
I don't
support it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't buy it. Just play it on Game Pass then.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah. Otherwise, I don't have anything else about the game unless you do, Brandon.
No, just it's a good game.
It's fun.
Yeah, enjoyable.
Definitely fun.
Yeah. What's going on in your Pokemon adventures?
Still struggling to find shiny somehow. Like very much so struggling. And it's weird. I don't know if either of you have tried shiny hunting. I don't know if either of you have played this game past the point of beating it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, I don't know if you're trying your hand. Are you trying your hand at shiny hunting at all?
Oh no, I don't.
I keep accidentally finding them. Like that's the thing.
Okay, so this is my problem, right? Mm-hmm. And I have to figure out how I'm going to describe this, because when I was talking to my one friend about it, he was like, I guess thinking that I was like complaining to him about it, or I was like upset about it. Like I'm not upset or I'm not bitching about it. It's just the RNG in this game just seems really weird.
I mean, the YouTube videos make shining honeydew look so easy.
Well, that's the thing is I've had friends who, without doing any of the things that you're supposed to do to get a shiny, right? So, like, in this game, you can eat a sandwich that increases your chances of finding a shiny. You can get the shiny charm, which increases your chance of finding a shiny. Typically, what you're supposed to do is eat one of the sandwiches before you go find an outbreak, and then chances are during that outbreak you could possibly find a shiny. So I've had some friends who have literally just, like you guys said, like just been walking in the world and found a shiny, and I have not seen or found a single one in this game.
I have not. I mean, I know Brandon found 2.
Yeah,
just from whatever he
and
did.
Yes.
Truth be told, right? Like I know some of this could be on me because some of the shinies are hard to identify. Like I think it's I don't know what the devolved version. I mean, I guess the same version for the evolved version as well. Like Dreadnought shiny in like certain lighting looks the same.
Yeah, like
and like there's some
shinies just like slightly darker yellow.
Yeah, same thing with Slowpoke. Like Slowpoke is like a different tinge. Like some of the Pokemon just have a different tint to them, or they're slightly lighter, they're slightly darker. You know, you have your other ones that are easy to point out, like Gyarados. Like shiny Gyarados is red, shiny Dodonzo is gold. The Revavroom, the shiny version of that one has gold instead of chrome. So I mean, like very well, I could have passed by a shiny that was one of those shinies that was like, oh, it's just a slightly different color. But for the most part, I haven't found a single one. And then when I've tried to actually find one, it just nothing happens. So it's a bit frustrating, but like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing the game mostly every day, because me and my friends are having a tournament on the 26th.
Ooh.
So I'm like getting my team and everything together. But yeah, I can't find a shiny to save my life. It's wild.
Damn.
Yeah. Cannot do it.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm just never. Shinies are never my thing. Did you like finish the Pokedex? You got like the shiny charm and everything too?
No, I have not finished the Pokedex yet.
Yeah, because I mean that could help, but I mean, like you said, like the odds seem to be in your favor to find one as opposed to not.
Well, yeah, and that's my thing is, like I said, I've had friends who, they literally don't use the shiny. They don't have the shiny charm. They don't eat a sandwich, and they'll just like go on a walk and find 3.
Yeah,
like literally find 3. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what? Like, and that's like that goes back to kind of something I was talking about earlier when we were first playing the game, where like the same thing with the Pokeballs, like the RNG for the Pokeballs seem more RNG based than they do catch rate based, because like I could throw out an Ultra Ball and like a Pokemon will like immediately pop out of it, and then my next time around, not attacking it or anything, I could throw like a Premier Ball out and it just instant catches. So like it's weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah, that is odd.
Yeah,
there's something wonky, I feel like, with those numbers. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's more in like the gamer's favor, though. Like, I don't feel like most people are going to be like, "Oh my god, this game is totally." Me off. But
I don't think this game is hard by any means. I mean,
no,
I've caught a shit ton of Pokemon and I've done a bunch of shit. Like, so I don't think it's a hard game. It's definitely one of the easiest Pokemon, at least in terms of shinies and everything like that, because you couldn't unless you had the shiny charm in the OG games or you just happened to find one. You were kind of shit out of luck, and you couldn't see them obviously like you can see them now.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing about this game is trying to do the Terra raids online and just hoping that you don't get a shitty team. Like that
too. Yep.
That's the hardest thing. You're better off trying to solo it than. Did you get your Charizard?
I did not. No, I did not. Oh. I was falling prey to exactly what you were talking about. Like I would queue up for it. And like it was a Charizard with Dragon Terra typing, right? So like people be like, "Oh, it's Charizard water." I'm like,
no.
So like I did though through random trades or the mystery trades. I did get a Charmander, a level 1 Charmander. Cool. So, like, I don't have the one from the raid. However, I can raise a Charmander into a Charizard and then just put whatever Terra type I want on it.
Yeah.
So, there's that. I got that going for me, which is nice.
And they got Cinderace coming out as a 7-star rated this month.
Cinderace and Delibird.
Yes.
Yeah, Delibird going well.
I think Delibird is just, I think maybe like a 5-star rate. What is it?
I'm looking up now.
Or maybe like 3 to 5. Is Delibird normally in the game? I can't even remember.
Yes. Yeah. Because Delibird's also one of the Pokemon in Area 0.
Well, I remember that. I just couldn't remember if there was like an equivalent. or not?
Special event Delibirds will appear in everything from 1 to 5-star raids, though the special rewards will be exclusive to 5-star raids. And that actually starts Friday.
Oh, very nice.
For Christmas. Yeah.
I think Cinderace is like the 30th or something.
Yes, Cinderace is the following weekend, yeah. So
yeah,
that'll be neat.
Yeah, could be. And it's I do kind of like the idea of them using like these like 7-star raids as a means to bring in some of the Pokemon that didn't make the cut.
Oh yeah, I think that's really cool.
Although Pokemon Home will be out before too long, anyways. So I mean, they might get a couple months, but you can finally bring them
in.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on Pokemon?
No. Unless I find a shiny, or unless like some significant news comes out for the game, I probably won't be talking about it for the rest of the year. Which I mean, at this point, is 2 weeks. So
yeah, I'll be back for Game of the Year, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I can talk about. Huh?
I was saying as a I don't know, I guess contrarian or whatever. Yeah. Should it be back for Game of the Year?
For some things.
Yeah. I mean, like, probably for, like, personal lists and whatnot, you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, that I guess that's all I was talking about. Because, like, we talked about, and we drag other games across the fucking coals.
It won't be my top... It won't crack my top 5 if you want that little, tip
Oh, it's not making it my top 5 either.
No.
Yeah, no. But no, my main point was, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I like it, you like it, and everything. But let's say it's bad. We know it's bad. Like it's
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the Arby's of video games, where like nobody particularly likes it, but it's a guilty pleasure. Like, I'll go get some curly fries. Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I guess I kind of agree with that. But the other thing I was trying to say is like, yeah, we give Bethesda so much shit.
Oh yeah.
For their games being like bad when the game itself is good. You know, like it's a good game. Should we treat Pokemon the same way?
I mean, it's not
like absolutely.
I don't think Pokemon games are the same budget, honestly, but they should definitely
have a bigger budget, shouldn't they?
No,
the biggest selling franchise in the world.
It should have a bigger budget. I don't think it does.
It should have a bigger budget. I don't think it does. Yeah. Like
I don't think we've been like soft on what's wrong with this.
No, I don't think we've been soft at all. I'm just saying like. We're gonna have to rip at a new asshole during the game of the year. Also, is what I'm saying. Like, we'll have to be like, this is fun. I enjoy.
It's not getting a pass. Also, it's shit. It could honestly. It's a contender for biggest disappointment. So, like,
I was gonna say, I think it is. I think it is. I think there are worse games.
I think it's fair that it should be understood that like you can be disappointed by something but still also enjoy it.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I agree.
Very much so. Anyways, I'll talk about what I've been playing. Just kind of, I guess, an update. So I'm sure you guys want to hear all about Persona 5 Royale. Splatoon 3. But Splatoon 3, no, is not really exciting. I just wanted to throw this out there because I thought it was, like, really odd, and I just kind of, like, realized it. But ever since the 1.2 update, I've been having some weird movement issues in the game.
Okay.
Like, sometimes, like, I'll be moving really fine, and then sometimes, like, I'll just literally be slow as molasses. And I've been having the hardest time figuring out what it is.
That's weird.
Yeah, and I think I finally figured out what it is. And I don't know if it's just a coincidence that this happened at 1.2 update. But my theory is that they changed the sensitivity of the left sticks at some point.
Oh.
Okay.
So while my Pro Controller's been fine when I'm playing other games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only an issue in Splatoon 2, and it wasn't an issue before that patch. So,
interesting. I need to hop back on it and test that.
Yeah, because I've noticed some weird things, and I bought a new Pro Controller this week because I was playing, I think, Persona 5, and then, I just walking around, and I just left the character for just like a second, and I noticed that like he turned, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So I went into like the config menu, and like like the where you can see how like the controller's moving or whatever.
Yeah.
99% of the time, completely stable, like nothing's going on. But then there's just that one weird twitch where it would come from the top, and I'm like, I bet this is what it is. But most games, they don't use the full box. So I bet Splatoon kind of tweaked it a little bit with the update to make it more like sensitive. And that's just what started the issue. That was just my theory. But if you've been having issues, definitely worth looking into.
Yeah.
Why have you been having something going on like that too? Something similar?
No, I'm just I haven't played since the new update, so I'm wondering if I'll feel the same
something
thing.
like happened with it.
Yeah.
Because it was really frustrating because you'd be like, I said some matches would be like completely fine. I'd be like, oh, going around doing my own thing, and the next thing you know, you're just kind of like just sluggish. And I'm like, I gotta get out of the way, and then you just can't move, and then you're just like, But it was the weirdest thing because I was like, oh, like aiming's still fine, but it was just like my movement just seemed off. And I was like, I'm like, is it a lag thing? Because I mean, Splatoon is really well known for its lag. So
yes,
there's another bug that they just found the other day where people found out you can, if you use the rollers in a certain way on a certain stage, it will just lag the entire game for everyone. So that's always fun. But I decided I would throw that out there in case anyone else ran into that too, because I was like, and I know people have, because I saw it on Reddit too, where people are like, my movement's gotten weird since this update. And I was like, oh, me too. It's kind of why I've been cutting down my time on it. Okay. And yeah, I just saw, like I said, I just saw like the slightest movement in Persona 5, and I was like, that's weird. And so, anyways, Persona 5, back to there. I've gotten a lot farther in the game now. I'm in like, am I in the 6th palace now? I think. Yeah, that sounds right. That's where I am right now. So I've progressed a lot more. So, I mean, my hot takes for you this week would be that, I thought I was really clever when I thought this, but apparently I was not the only one. That, what's her name looks like Inkling from Splatoon.
Futaba.
And I was like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's not an original thought, my friend.
No, apparently not, because I thought of it, and I was like, oh, this looks just like this. I'm gonna make like a Smash joke and I'll send it to you too. And then like I like Googled it, just like find an image or something like of them like next to each other, and I was like just overwhelmed how many results came back. And I was like, oh
yeah,
I'm not the only person who thought this, obviously. Yeah, so there's that. The other thing that I thought was really funny, did you guys ever notice that your character looks like he has a mullet when you go into the Velvet Room?
No. I can't say I ever thought of that.
Oh my goodness.
That was never a thing that I thought with my brain.
Oh, I will show you.
All right, let's see it. More fucking cursed information from Mike over here about Persona 5.
Speaking of that, Mike, I was on this has nothing to do with Persona. Mm-hmm. I was on my like YouTube like For You page or whatever the fuck it is. And there was a remix of a song that I like, but it was remixed with the Home Depot beat. And I was like, you fucker. You've ruined my
They're probably like, Nick, your algorithm's like, Nick loves Home Depot music.
Like, Home Depot now.
I sent it to you guys in the
son of a bitch.
I don't know how you didn't notice it, because every time I saw this, I was like,
let me see. Yeah. Yep.
I know. It definitely is.
Yeah, never thought that. Never thought that.
You only are thinking that because of Stranger Things, right?
Now it's there.
Oh, no, I don't know. I didn't even think about Stranger Things.
Oh.
I was just like, because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, does this kid have a mullet? And I just never noticed it, like when he was walking around or whatever. And then, like, I noticed it wasn't there later. And then I realized that it's there every time that he wakes up.
Oh, yes, the traditional Japanese hairstyle. The fucking mullet.
He's a weird kid. He's a criminal. So
wait, are you saying that there's a direct correlation between criminals and mullets?
I'm just saying there's a correlation between mullets and people who make questionable decisions in life. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're
choosing
criminals.
to have a mullet in and of itself, I would say, is a questionable
decision.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm just saying it just feeds into that. Do they necessarily have to be bad people? No, I'm just saying that if you have a mullet, you probably make other.
You're just saying that people with mullets have a higher chance of committing some sort of a crime because they already can't be trusted with their own decisions.
Or questionable decisions. It could be, I don't know, what's another questionable decision? Going to Arby's. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, there is another thought I had to share with you guys too. And I don't remember what it was with this game.
Good.
But those are my
don't
two
need any
big
more.
ones.
I don't need any more of this. Like, did you ever notice it looks like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, you do. I'll just bring that to your attention. That's there.
It's very good.
But the game, like I said, I'm pretty far the way through it so far. So, like I said, I not too much left. I've come through mostly unscathed, spoiler-wise, but I've hit I've kind of like rubbed up against a couple spoilers between now and then. Not quite the full thing yet, but just enough. Just kind of be like that. That's that.
Okay.
I also think this is the first game where I've actually started like reading faster. Like usually if a game's like voice acted, like I'll let the voice actors do their talking and just like enjoy myself. But like this game is so much. I'm like, I can't.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
It's like everything. I'm like, I would be sitting here for years if I let this game talk all the way through. You guys have great voice acting. Like it's nothing against the quality. It's just there's so much, and I want to do things. So, there's that. I still really don't like how the game.
You want me to let you in on a little secret?
What?
That's why a lot of people play Japanese RPGs
Because they talk
in
a lot?
Japanese.
I was gonna say
with English subtitles.
I do play this game in Japanese, or I did play Persona 5 in Japanese and just read.
Correct.
The game.
Several people do that. Yeah.
Do.
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
really.
No. Just saying that's like because then the game dialogue is as fast as you can read, and you don't have to listen to them talk because it's like I don't know what they're saying anyway, but I'll pretend that the dialogue is correct that I just read. Let's go.
I know. Well, sometimes it's nice to have it there too. Like if I'm like, this game is great for eating because you get to like a thing where they're talking and be like, well, let me go grab some food. I'll sit down and let it go on like auto scroll or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate that this game actually like. So neither of you probably know this if you both played it with the Japanese voice acting. But
I didn't play this one. I played one of the other ones with it.
Oh, okay. But this one, the one thing that's really nice about it, which I think this is the first game that I've actually ever played that does this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lines change as like naturally as it can. I don't know. So how do I say this? So like if you have a
sentence breaks, like if somebody, it feels more like a conversation than like a written book. Is that what you're trying to say?
Between like boxes, because like a lot of games you'll have like one box and be like, "Hello, Clarice." And then, pause for a second so you can like read it too, and then it will go to the next box. Like this one will be like, "Hello, Clarice. How are you doing today?" Like there's could be two boxes, but it would not.
I gotta get you to play the Yakuza series and Judgment because they do it also. They do it very well.
It's very nice. I wish more games would do it. I think honestly, if you don't, it's just kind of laziness. Because it is just so nice to have it sound more conversational.
Yeah.
As opposed to all over the place. Trying to think
it might just be a Sega thing. I think Sega does it really well with their RPGs. So you've got it with the Tales series, you got it with the Yakuza series, you got it with the Persona series, obviously, and all of those are by Sega.
Yeah, I just don't think a lot of people just take the time to do it. I did have a hard crash in this game.
That's really?
Yeah, I was not saving enough either.
Oh, that's a yikes. Okay, well, what was it? Tell me.
It was just random. Like there was no rhyme or reason to it. Like I just must have like hit the magic like sequence of events that triggered a hard crash.
That sucks.
And the worst part is too, like I should not have lost as much as I did because it was like something like I just got into like a new palace and I progressed like at least a quarter to halfway through it, and then I got to a battle where I was just because sometimes I'm just more aggressive than patient, and so like. My main character died, which sent me back to the room, which you'd think would be like hey, maybe you should save while you're here. I did not. I went right back to the same battle, and then like as I was about to like somewhere in the sequence of the battle, the game actually went to like blast screen, like you need to press the power button and reset your system. Like this is not gonna fly. And I was like, oh shit. And then I turned it on, like I lost like hours, and I was like, oh. Disappointing. It does make me miss autosave. Not like this game doesn't give you tons of opportunities to save. Maybe not as conveniently as I would always like, but there's that. Anything else with Persona 5 to point out? I don't know. It's fun. It is really talky. There are some things that I still think are annoying, like where there's just blocks of days where you just can't do anything. It's just like, hey, they're gonna take this whole week and just make it a sequence of events where you can't do anything. Except maybe if you're lucky, you can go and clean the shop for kindness at the end of the day. It's like, oh great, love it. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else exciting. Do you have any questions for like my playthrough? I don't know. I know you've already played the game.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm just I just like hearing your thoughts on the game as you get further in.
Yeah, like I said I'm pretty close to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about the end, but like at least from what I read, I'm more over halfway,
Mm-hmm.
like 3/4 of the way to like where the end is. I'm
I
almost
see.
at the new content, I think, for Royal.
Okay, cool.
No, because right, I mean that would be where I am, right? Like
Six Palace, is that what you said?
yeah. I know I think the seventh palace was the last one in the main game, I think, and then there's another palace for Royal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
And I'm about like, because you have like the stories between like the past and like the present.
Yeah.
Like I am almost where they intersect. I know that.
Okay, all right, yeah. It's a halfway point, I guess.
You think that much after like there's 8 dungeons? I've already been through like 5 of them, and in the middle of 6.
I feel like the latter half is longer than the like starting half.
It could be.
I'm not
Also,
100% sure, but
just looking at stuff on this game, I don't know why anyone would ever buy a vanilla Persona game either. I feel like I would have been so burned if I bought Persona.
You know what?
5
I'm
and then
gonna.
this came out.
I'll tell you why. Because they really liked the last Persona game that came out, and they're like, you know what? New Persona coming out, new characters, new story, new everything. I know I'm gonna get like 100 hours out of this, and it's gonna be like 4 or 5 years before the next iteration of it comes out, or at 3 if I'm counting the new edition version. So I want to play Persona and experience the story right away, so it does not get spoiled for me by everyone else that played Persona. It's just a big thing. It's like Final Fantasy. It's like why the fuck would you play Final Fantasy when it first comes out? Because it's fucking Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Speaking of Final Fantasy, you did
Mhm.
see that they announced that one thing.
What?
The Pixel
Pixel remasters, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you can buy a physical Switch version.
Yeah, for $75.
With $25 shipping.
Wait, what?
Swear to God. And it's not even a limited edition.
Dude, is it
$75.
shipping directly from the Square Enix store? Because that's
Yeah.
some Square Enix store fucking shipping
Oh yeah,
prices.
that's what people's comments were like. Oh yep, that's Square Enix store for you.
That's
Square Enix store is awful.
Yeah.
well, the anniversary edition's $260, which is available, by the way.
How much is the shipping?
Let me put that in my cart real quick, and I can tell you. It better be free.
No, I bet you it's like
checkout.
$30.
No, honey, I will not apply coupons. Check out as guest. I'm not putting it on my.
No,
hold on. No, I'm not gonna put in my my. All right, there we go. Standard shipping, 3 to 7 days, $22. Standard
Almost
shipping,
$30.
Standard shipping, 3 to 8 days, which is, by the way, more expensive, $23. So
What?
I pay another $1 for another day. There's 2 different shipping options, yeah.
Yeah, I called it though. It was almost $30.
Yeah. Oh,
that's weird.
Yeah.
No, the shipping with Square Enix is absolutely ridiculous, and the best part about it, and by best I mean absolute worst, is from my friend that has bought every single like Square Enix like major product
Let me
through
test
their
something.
actual store to get the special stuff. His shipping never arrives on time. Absolutely never. So it says like 3 to 8. It's gonna be like 5 to 16, like every single time.
I'm changing the game up. I'm curious. Check out his guess, whatever. And
Still gonna have ridiculous shipping.
No.
Which one are you doing?
So for Final Fantasy 16 for the PS5, standard shipping, 3 to 7 days, $6.
Okay.
Express shipping, which is 2 days, is $24. Overnight is $38. So that's weird that they have different shipping rates for different games.
That is weird. I feel like maybe they pick and choose the prices. Do they have? Okay, do me a favor, right? Choose the like the Steelbook edition of Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 16.
16. Yeah. Do something like
Hold on, one second. Let me get back here.
Yeah.
I couldn't check the standard edition of the Pixel remasters because it's already sold out. So let's see. the collector's edition you said, Brandon, for $350.
Yeah. Do like either that or like a steelbook if they have like one like that.
So the collector's edition of Final Fantasy 15, which comes with a free steelbook promotion.
Go deluxe instead. Actually, I bet that one. That's the one that has the base game special.
Well, hold on. I just want to see real quick.
Okay.
We're gonna do all three of these.
Okay.
So the cheapest shipping for FF16 we already saw was what, $6?
Yeah.
Okay, so the standard shipping for this is 3 to 7 days, $40.
Okay, that makes sense. That's the $300 edition, right?
That's the $350. Yeah, so that's probably a bigger box.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's try.
Sense. So try the one that's just going to be.
I'll say it makes 99... more sense.
It does. But if it's the bigger box, it probably comes with a figure. Yeah, it comes with a giant fucking statue.
It does.
I'm looking at it right now. So
so the $99 edition,
heavy.
The $99 edition, which is just the steelbook edition, I think.
Yes.
Let's see here. Put my shit in.
So I want to see if that one is also still more expensive.
Okay, this is weird. Standard 3 to 7 days, $20. Express 2 days, $24. Overnight,
any kind of special
$42.
edition. It's any kind of special edition. I guarantee you, any special edition they charge you extra for. A lot extra.
The funny part about this, I just actually got a shipment thing from Walmart. Oh, nice. That will be coming on Thursday. Cool. I bought an Xbox fridge. It was $50.
Nice.
Because I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 16 from Wally World.
Okay. And that's why you got an Xbox fridge?
No, that just came up as it was on sale. Okay. I don't know. I don't have a shipping thing for it, but it was definitely cheaper from Walmart. That's weird. Now let me just.
My friend always buys the collector's edition, so I'm feeling like it's any collector's edition is like an extra $20 fucking.
Maybe.
He normally just buys the steelbooks also. That's why I was like, it's got to be even steelbooks. It's just any extra little thing. They're like, that'll be $20 more, please.
All right, so now I put the standard. You piece of shit. I put the standard edition of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion in my cart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Shipping 3 to 7 days, $6. Express 2 days, 24, and then 38. Okay.
Is there a special edition?
No, there is not.
All right, hold on. I got you. Let's.
This is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I wonder if Octopath has one. It might.
It does.
All right, so PlayStation 5 Collector's Edition set, $180.
No. Here, go for Tactics Ogre Reborn. Oh damn! Do they only have the standard edition? No, are they sold out? They don't have the norm.
I wonder if Forspoken's is free. Just take it from us.
Yeah, please get this out of here. I need it gone. We made a horrible mistake. Take this away.
Oh no. All right, delete and check out as a guest. Their fucking website must be like, yo, there's a guy who just keeps fucking up the carts. All right, yeah, same thing. So it must you must be right with that, Brandon. It must be any sort of special edition that they have automatically just bumps up the price.
Bro, if you want a special edition, we already know we can get more money from you, so let's get even more money from you, bitch.
Which is real weird because the steelbook version of any of these things
is like nothing. It should be the same.
It should be the same, yeah.
It should be the same as the $6.
I would say, if not the same, not double. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I think it's just easiest to say that like Square Enix hates their fan base. There is a deluxe edition for Steam of Valkyria Elysium Deluxe Edition for Steam. See what happens if you do that. This is the ultimate test.
Big money, the whammies.
Am I doing this or are you doing this?
I can't do it. I got no money on me. And also, I don't even have a Square Enix.
I'm not buying them all, Brent.
I thought you were buying all of them. No, I'm just kidding. I knew you weren't buying them all, but also I just don't want to make
What game is it? What game are we doing now?
Here, I'll link you. Okay.
Just tell me what game.
Valkyria Elysium Deluxe Edition.
Valkyria Elysium Deluxe Edition. Here we go. Found it. Deluxe.
Dude, if somehow they add $20 onto this digital Steam code, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
All right, let me delete. The game is 20% off.
Oh, that's good.
So they add $20 more on with shipping of a digital code.
No shipping. Shipping
Okay.
free.
Good. I was gonna laugh so hard if they added it to a Steam copy.
No.
I
Okay,
think
all right.
there are places that have tried to do like shipping on digital copies before.
Yeah, and they're
Like
fucking
some-
stupid, and they should not receive anyone's money. I mean, easy as that.
No, it
Yeah.
is, but people will just do things, unfortunately.
Very good.
Uh,
But no, I do want to play the Pixel remasters, but I'll probably wait to see if I can find like somebody's traded in copy for the Switch or something.
I don't
Because I'm
understand
not gonna buy them all. I'm not gonna buy them all
on
individual. Are they on? But aren't they like $25 a game on Steam?
Not when the winter sale comes up, my dude.
Okay, fair.
I'm just gonna wait
So,
for
like-
a bundle when they're like, I would say, at least 60 or less, at least.
Yeah.
I can't find it because I've hid all ignored items. And you bet your ass I ignore Square Enix on
Very
PC.
good.
I'm sure you do.
Or
As you
Square
should.
Enix can't do shit correct.
Anyways,
They're like, here's a hit, and then nothing. Just fucking straight garbage.
yeah, no, they do. They mess up PC stuff quite a bit.
74.82 right now for the Pixel remasters on Steam.
You know.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, not worth it. That's not a sale though. That's just the price.
That's just a price.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just wait and
So,
see what
very
ends
good.
up happening with them. But anyways, Brandon, did you want to talk about the things you've been playing?
Yeah, I mean, I played a lot more V Rising. I kind of got really sucked into that game. So I have ventured out of the first area now and gone to places such. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so yeah, I ventured out of the first area and I went to like the next place and I started running into things such as like garlic sickness and stuff like that, and that's a very interesting concept. I don't know if you ever ran into that, Nick.
What is it?
Garlic sickness.
Who sick of garlic
Oh.
except for vampires?
I don't know why
It's
I
a
thought.
vampire game where you play as a vampire.
In my head, I was like, in real life.
No.
I wasn't playing it. No, because I was just like, hey, no way.
But did you ever run into it in V Rising?
No, can't say I
Okay,
have.
so garlic sickness is when the non-player characters, like either the bosses or the like towns or whatever that you can assault, start hanging up garlic in certain areas where it will actually affect you for like 20 real life minutes, where it like makes it so you take more damage because you were exposed to garlic for a long period of time, and like you have to kind of traverse some of the areas
Okay.
in order to get like stuff such as like cotton or whatever to make like the higher end armor. So yeah, it's really interesting the way this game kind of works now. I've kind of turned it into like an idler in a sense, or it's all about like micromanaging time, where I would be like, okay, we have a blood moon coming up, so what we need to do, since we'll have more time, we'll be able to do more damage, is go fight this boss, but don't forget to put in your iron ingot that we harvested yesterday into the smelter, so that when we come back, the 2 minutes it takes for every individual piece will be up, so that we'll have enough so that we can make new armor. And it's a lot. It is a lot. That game is very time dependent.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a ton of fun. I've been really enjoying it, but I kind of like lose time when I play it now. So yeah, but it's cool, and I really like hunting down the bosses and unlocking new materials and new things that I can use. And yeah, we're having a lot of fun playing it. So it's very
Good.
good, very enjoyable. And then I was playing Vampire Survivors, and actually, still am, because I forgot, if you tab out of Vampire Survivors, the game stops running. So I'm still at the 20-minute mark right now in my game. But yeah, Vampire Survivors, great game, really enjoyable. I have been playing through the DLC that just came out, and boy, do I really like the DLC of it. It's a lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of new characters I've been slowly unlocking. There's a bunch of new like little secrets and hidden things that have come with this, such as new weapons. And some of the weapons I like, some of them I don't really know how to use yet. Like there's one called Four Seasons where each one of your attack is based on the 4 seasons, but you have to like set it up ahead of time so that like it does the most damage. So I have to go to like different stages and do like specific things, but I haven't quite figured out what exactly the specific things are for each individual season. So I still got to figure that one out. There's like another thing where I like reflect damage by a sword, like a cursed sword. Like I think I take more damage, but I also reflect back more as well if I get hit. So it's like a 50-50 kind of thing. And then there was this one where I create a after image, and like the original thing is the after image is just kind of stands there, so it's like creating like a clone that just stands in place, but as you level it up it moves around, so then there's multiple of you on the field, and that one's super cool. But I haven't quite figured out how to make all these work in tandem. Like the stuff I was showing, like Mike, for instance, those are weapons I figured out how to put together, how to set up correctly, how to make everything work as it should to be like the very best at the game as humanly possible, to the point where I could literally just stand in place and win a game. But these new items, I don't know like the synergies and everything to make them work. So I've been going to different stages, beating it with different characters and just trying to figure it out. And I mean, it's been really fun, and I've lost a lot of time playing this game. So yeah, that's what I did. I played like fucking 12 hours of Vampire Survivors and then like another 15 of V Rising, and that was my week of gaming. So yeah, there you go. That's it. I'm done. Bye-bye.
You guys ready to do news?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Amazon made lots of news this last week. So they had a bunch of things going on. These surrounding video games. So they announced they're publishing the next mainline Tomb Raider with Crystal Dynamics. They're making a God of War TV show. And they are making a Warhammer TV show as well. Although, with, what's his name? Henry Cavill is there.
Oh, okay. Poor guy. Hopefully he doesn't get dropped from this one also.
It's gotta go better. He seems like he's excited for it though. So that's good. The initial press release I saw was a bit ambiguous as to exactly what of Warhammer Amazon purchased. But looking into it again, it seems like it may have just been limited to like the film and TV rights.
Okay.
But the initial one I saw made it sound like they could have bought the whole thing, which
wow.
So that would have been unhealthy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. And why the company that owns it would sell it, I don't know. It seems like it does very well for them. Unless you want to ruin it.
Who owns Warhammer right now?
Game Factory.
Oh, Game Factory. Yeah, them.
So it was exciting. Amazon, just getting their toes into all this stuff. It's really weird because it's like they want to be in this space, but they don't really know how to be in this space.
Kind of bad at it.
Yeah.
Like, they're kind of really bad at it. Like, they just... They took a very popular, I want to say Korean action RPG with Lost Ark, and they fumbled it in the West really hard. Like, the game was already made for them. They just had to localize it, and they fucked that up to the point where, like, people, like, 6 months later no longer care. Yeah. So, when you can do something like that, like... I just feel like Amazon is cursed to not put out a good game ever. Even when the good game's already made for them.
I mean, maybe that's why they're hoping with Tomb Raider that they can just like, hey, here's a quality product. All we have to do is pay for it to be distributed, and then that's it.
But that's all they had to do with Lost Ark.
Strangely enough, like how shit they do with their games, they do equally or oppositely better with their like TV show adaptations.
Yeah, because the Amazon's The Boys, and The Boys is fucking incredible.
The Boys, yeah. Actually, The Boys there's a rare case that a show is better than its source material.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. I know I've heard good things about The Boys. I have not.
You watch it. Watch it.
I don't have anything bad to say about it.
That's why you should watch it.
My only thing is, like, one show doesn't make a trend. Like from what I've heard, Lord of the Rings is just absolutely boring trash. So, and I can't really think of any other series on Amazon that I'm like, oh, I really want to watch this.
Yeah, no, when you have a chance, when you can, if you get like a free whatever, or if you have like Amazon Prime, you do realize that Amazon Video is free with Amazon
I
Prime,
know.
right?
I watch Amazon Prime all the time. I just
just watch The Fucking Boys. It's so
I got
good.
too many other things going on.
No, watch
Yes,
something
I
better
do.
than
I
the
got
too many other things.
Too many other things is fucking Persona 5 Royale, which is way too fucking long, and it's like an anime.
Okay,
Like,
that's fair.
It's all my like entertainment time sucked into one little thing. Like this is why people are worried about Microsoft Game Pass, because like you accidentally open Persona 5, and next thing you know, you don't have time for anything else.
Damn, that's just Persona 5 though.
And when are we talking about the Royale part then? That's even worse. I could be here for years. I don't know.
Honestly, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I gotta get you sucked into the Yakuza series, and then you'll be like, this is the only game I can play. Because it takes 6 games to finish one story.
That just sounds like too much. Like I think...
because like they're all like movie quality. Like they are incredible.
That's
like
fine.
There is nothing like there's
like
nothing
variety.
wrong with them. They're so good.
But I don't really like to start too many things like while I'm in the middle of a big
Well, you
game.
do have variety. Sorry, I'm gonna try to sell you on Yakuza real quick. Just give it a go, all right? You do have variety in the Yakuza games because of the fact that you can. There are multiple different like venues and areas that you exist in throughout the different games, and also as you're playing all the Yakuza games, the areas that you've seen in past games actually grow and evolve along with you playing into further games that are released, and you see what become of those areas. So you actually see like places that were like run down buildings get built up and become something different in later games, and you actually move to like different cities that people talked about in like past games, and you actually explore those cities, and you have things where like at some point you're going to be fishing, you're going to be hunting, you're going to be doing this, that, and the other and everything, and it's actually plays into the core game in some way, and it makes sense when you're doing it, but when someone tells you that you'll be doing it, you're like, that's fucking stupid. But then when you actually experience it, you're just like, oh, okay, cool. And like everything has that kind of feeling where like everything in those games is in a specific place and done in a specific way that makes sense when it is time to experience them. And otherwise, when they have like areas that are like side quest things, like sometimes the side quests are even better than the main quest, and like everything that is built in this world feels like an actual living, breathing world, and the game's just fucking incredible, and you have to play Yakuza at some point in time. Just play Zero. If you don't like Zero, then you can be like, okay, I won't play it. And you know what? This gives me a chance to be like, the entirety of Yakuza is on Game Pass. So I mean, after Persona, you got a chance for another one.
We will think about it. Like I'll think about it like a little. I do want to say though, your pitch literally sounded to me like, hey, you want to play Yakuza? It's Sonic Adventure except with Japanese mobsters.
What the fuck? How does that sound like Sonic Adventure?
I don't know.
Wait. To be fair, if you told me the new Sonic game was made entirely
by the Yakuza devs,
no. If you told me, hey, here's Sonic Adventure 3, they're all Japanese mobsters, I'd be like, great. Strap me in.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I would buy the fuck out of that.
Give me a copy.
Be like, oh, Dragon Boy, Biggs the cat wants to see you go fishing right now. You better head over to the.
And then they kill him.
No.
Shoot him in the head.
So like you're. Never mind. That's spoilers. I won't tell you why you're fishing.
I mean, just sound good, Brandon. I'm just thinking, like, I don't know why, but my mind was just like, this kind of reminds me of Sonic Adventure, where you're like have this whole big city and different things are going on at different times, and sometimes I want you to go fishing, and I was like, oh yeah, it reminds me of another game from Sega that I played. Probably much more developed at this point, I would think, but yeah.
Wait, Sonic Adventure is much more developed? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying Yakuza is much more developed than Sonic Adventure. I would hope.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
I would hope. That would be tragic if it wasn't. And especially if it was developed into like Sonic Adventure too. Then it would be like, good day. Like I would never make that comparison. To a
Yeah,
game you want me to
Yakuza is
play.
one of like the best written games ever. Like if you think Persona has a lot of dialogue, bro, Yakuza is quite literally like a crime drama that you get to sit down and watch, sometimes for like 20 minutes at a time. And it's
It'd be like
good. It's real good.
I'll keep it on my like maybe someday list.
By that you
Yeah.
mean after you finish Persona 5.
No, absolutely not. I still need to finish Mario and Rabbids.
Are you gonna play Persona 3 and 4?
Maybe some. I was about to say too. Like Persona has burnt me out so much on RPGs
Mhm.
at this point. Like, not that it's bad. Like, I'm not at the point where I'm like hating this game, but I've started to get to the point where like if I get into a battle, I might
Mhm.
run away and not actually fight them, depending on my mood. Like that's usually how I know when like it's the beginning of the end of the RPG. Just because it's just like it's too much. And like I said, this game it's fine. Its mechanics are very sound. Like I do really
Mhm.
like it, but I just don't think I could handle another RPG of similar magnitude back to back
Mhm.
if I want to be sane. I need something like quick and easy, and just to like go through and wreck things. That's what's been so
Yeah.
great about Inscription. Like it's nice.
That's fair.
And I still even pick up and like throw in an Inscription every once in a while. I'll be like, I have 30 minutes to kill. Let me run through like a random thing. Because you get these cool little starter decks, and one of them starts you with Manus God and a Ringworm, and I just love it. It's so much fun. It's just so gross. It's amazing.
Part of me is so happy because I feel like Inscription's going to be in your top 5 games of the year, and I'm so excited for it.
I've done my top 9 already.
Ooh!
I know, I just have not found out what's in 10 yet. And it's possible some things could shift around. But yeah, that's where I am right now.
Nice.
Top 9. Yeah.
I think
it is somewhere on that list.
I think I've got my top 5.
Yeah.
I think I have it.
And I can tell you for sure, Pokemon Scarlet Violet did not make the top 5.
Oh.
As we have discussed.
Yes.
Earlier. So, yeah. So it's that. You guys ready to get back to news? So actually, we got Game Pass news. I forgot. Microsoft is considering adding an advertisement-supported Xbox Game Pass, according to rumors. Apparently,
interesting.
Apparently a survey has been sent around. Would be like, hey, would you be interested in an advertisement-supported version of this? They like a cheaper version, kind of like Netflix and some of the other streaming services do. And it sounded like it would come with some other possible like drawbacks. Like the one thing that it's all rumors, so who knows? And you're all interpreting what people say too. But one thing I saw was like maybe you would not get day one games with it. You would have to wait 6 months. Those kind of things.
That point is even worth it. I don't even know.
I mean, there's a ton of games there. You're still going to get Halo faster than Last of Us.
True.
If you're going to compare services, but yeah, I feel like for most people who want the value of it, I agree, Nick. Like it's the people who want the day one releases are the ones that are going to find the most value out of it. The cheaper service would be good, though. I would think for people who would like, hey, I got a Fire Stick and it plays Xbox or whatever. Like, let me just do this little streaming thing real fast. Like someone who's not like super into it but just wants something to play, I guess, when they have time.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it is interesting. It'd be interesting to see if they do it. Like obviously, we don't know for sure if they're going to. There also is a rumor that they're going to have a Xbox Direct or whatever within the first few months of 2023, which seems like it's pretty fair. Like I don't think we talked about it last week with the Game Show Awards, but they were strangely absent from the show.
Yeah,
they were. Yeah,
we got one zoom in of Phil Spencer, I think, at one point in the crowd, like clapping. He like cut his eyes to the camera, like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Well, I mean, he was there. I guess the rumor on the street, or at least speculation, maybe is probably a better thing, was that if Microsoft had any plans to announce anything there, the FTC threw a wrench in it, and they're like, "Let's wait until this thing is finalized before we start going crazy." So, makes sense. So yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I'm sure it's something that will be on the table, depending on how much Game Pass continues to do. So, all right. And then the last news I had on here, Ash Ketchum's retiring.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
Yeah, they're not ending the anime. They're just ending Ash and Pikachu in some way.
His story is gone. It'll be a new group.
Yeah, so there's 2 new characters who they're saying that they're the children of Ash and some love interest that he picked. And
It's
that will be
rumored.
revealed.
I don't think
Yeah.
anything's been confirmed yet. But I think the one girl might be from Kanto and she might be Ash's daughter, which I think that's a good way to carry it on. Then then he'd be like the mom who shows up from time to time in the episodes. Like already happens to him or whatever. So I mean that's reasonable, I guess. There is gonna be like I believe it's a few episode story arc in January where it's like the official like goodbye period. Where we figure out what's going on. Honestly, though, I feel like whatever Ash, is the world champion, whatever. What I feel like the biggest loss for people with this is going to be Pikachu.
Yeah,
because Pikachu's just always kind of there, and now you're going to be like, "Hey, shitty grass cat."
I mean, yeah, because you think about it, Pikachu is Pokemon, is the mascot, but at the same time, too, like I feel like it's kind of weird how it's gone on with Ash and Pikachu for so long, because like if you think about it, like there's a lot of other shows that like have kind of passed the torch. I mean, one of my favorite shows, JoJo's, makes sure to do it every iteration.
You know what I mean? Part. Yep.
So like it's weird, but like I think the weirdest part for me about it too is like how there was characters that were with Ash that aged and he didn't age, and like what's going on with Benjamin Button over here? But It's cool
part 6 yet?
No.
Okay.
But no, it's cool that like they're finally gonna move on a bit, and
it is well overdue. I mean, I think they can do. I mean, they need it. I feel like. I mean, Ash's story has definitely been like overplayed, and hopefully they do tend to like rotate through like their people more often. Like maybe have like one protagonist that like overlaps each season or whatever.
Yeah,
would be a better way to do it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with this one. I mean, they talked about getting rid of Ash like a long time ago. Like I think after the first movie, and then they're like, "Oh no, he's too popular," and then now you're stuck with him forever. So, or they should just let him win the Elite Four the first time. Like, why did you wait so?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Because money.
Yeah.
Or I hope that it is like his daughter or children or whatever. And he's just like a helicopter parent and like has Pikachu like babysit them.
But it should be Danny DeVito Pikachu.
He just marches down there. What are you doing? You can't use electric Pokemon on rocks. Oh, stupid. Get out of my way. I'll do this gym battle for you.
And then he electrocutes the fucking
Pikachu.
The sprinkler system.
Yeah, because that's how he cheats. He cheats all the gyms with his Pikachu. He never had to worry about like tight matchups, like at least in like the first couple things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This new era, the Paldea era. So I don't know. I haven't really watched. Honestly, with the Pokemon stuff, I'll usually watch like the movies when they come out, but I don't usually watch like the show. I don't watch the show.
Yeah, I don't watch the show either.
No.
Because sometimes the movies can be interesting, and they're on like there's that Pokemon channel you can get for like free. We can watch like a bunch of the old shows and movies and things.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
And I did really like that miniseries that they did that was kind of like the retelling of like Pokemon Red.
Oh yeah, that one was cool.
The Pokemon, I don't remember what it was called. Pokemon like Rebirth or something. It was really nice though. It was I agree, Red. It was really cool.
That was the one where like the Pokemon literally like almost fucking died in the first episode.
Yeah, they almost like because it's weird because it did keep some of the threads of like the anime, like that whole Charmander thing.
Origins, Pokemon Origins. That's the name of it. Yeah. Damn, dude, we need like a sequel to that shit. That shit was good.
Yeah, no, I'd be totally down with that. And then like the movies are on like some weird like alternate universe thing now too, which makes no sense either. They're like, oh, we don't want to fuck up with the Ash timeline, so we're just done. But they haven't done a new movie in like 2 years. They did one they used to be yearly, until COVID. Then COVID fucked it up. They did the Zerd movie, and that was it. Did not come back. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I got for news, though. I don't know if you guys have anything else you'd like to talk about.
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You all ready to wrap up?
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
It's time to go watch Chainsaw Man. Let's go.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to us tonight. Don't forget to find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts. We also have the website, game-crunch.com. You can check out all our old episodes. If you want to reach out to us, we're on Facebook, Twitter, or you can send us an email, gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon.
Hello.
Any final thoughts?
No.
Nick?
Not a damn thing.
Dang team. All right. Well, with that said, I was Black Anastasia. You can find me online. I'm Clash of Penguin. And until next week, game on.
Game on.
Game.
Never, and I've got to make my decision. This time it could be my moment. Is this a mirage or a chance to fulfill my mission? I'm river in a dry land. The left is in a lost end. A heartbeat for a demon. Always is in a strange land. I'm giving the balance.
I'm having a discussion with an idiot on Twitter right now. It's actually
what's the discussion? I can't wait.
Hold on, let me finish writing this reply, and then you guys will both enjoy it.
Absolutely, sounds great. Sounds like my discussions with idiots on Twitter with wrestling every single day. Because so many people that like WWE absolutely hate some of my favorite wrestlers.
There was a guy, Wario64 had posted that High on Life is Xbox Game Pass's biggest 2022 launch and biggest third-party Game Pass launch ever.
Okay.
And this guy was like, it's a sign of how little you released in 2022 when the Rick and Morty shooter is in your top 3. No disrespect to anyone who likes this game, but come on, this wouldn't be here if Starfield came out, you know? I replied to him by saying, also, water is wet. I was like, the game is still good regardless, but it's extremely cold take to say a developer like Bethesda releasing a AAA game, its first or AAA IP, its first new one in decades, would do better than PP Poo Poo Shooter game. Like, no shit.
I mean, PP Poo Poo Shooter game is a first. I actually really like Squanch games because they try so many different things with each one of their game releases.
It goes on. And then he said, I mean, but it's no secret that Xbox didn't really release any games this year. This feels like their end of the year play flex to say, look, people are playing the game we paid for exclusivity for. We totally have games, you know? And I said, I think it's mostly due to the fact that Xbox isn't trying to sell you on exclusives. It's trying to sell you on Game Pass, and that's their bread and butter. He's like, oh, really? Then why did they pay for exclusivity then? I was like, because they have it exclusively day one on Game Pass, which means you either buy it for full price on PC, or you spend that money on 3 months of Game Pass, and then you get hooked into it. I'm
Very
like,
true.
Come on, dude. Like,
how do you
I'm
not
sorry.
See that is
I'm
the thing?
sorry, but if your argument is fucking third-party indie studio wouldn't be on this if AAA fucking story developer didn't release its first new IP in 20 years. Like, come on, dude.
I feel like that's got to be a Sony fan. It's got to be a Sony fan because all they're talking about is exclusives. All they're talking about is exclusives, and the Xbox has no games. That's literally all they're trying to say, and that is the literal Bible for any massive Sony.
Well, their pinned tweet is a tweet from 2011 of them playing Ratchet and Clank on a PS5.
2011 and a PS5. That's impressive.
2021.
It is a season for it though. Like, I saw a Kotaku article pop up on my newsfeed that was like, Pokemon carried the Switch this year or something. Like they wouldn't have any games without Pokemon. And I was like, the Switch had a pretty solid year for exclusives.
Also, oh no, the #1 top grossing IP ever is what carried the Switch this year.
No
shit.
Yeah.
No fucking shit.